So a question that I've been asked is with respect to the statement that Harambam requires people to say before they enter a restroom. Before I read what the statement is, I'm going to give the context for the question. It is as follows. It is forbidden, of course, to pray to or pay homage to false gods or false deities. It is equally forbidden to pray to or pay homage to angelic beings, right? Even though we believe in malachim, so those are not false. The malachim are real, and yet it's forbidden to pray to a malach. It's forbidden to pay homage to a malach. As similarly, it's forbidden, of course, to pray to chachamim, even if they were great chachamim and great tanaim and great emoraim. Not too long ago, I saw a video clip somebody sent me of a famous rabbi in Israel entering Meron during the COVID lockdowns. I think this is close to a year and a half or maybe 2 years ago. And he was praying to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He literally made a tefillah. Rashbi, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, answer us. The Jewish people are in a great tzara. Please answer, please protect them. Or that's Avodah Zarah, of course. Meaning the fact that he was praying to Rashbi and the fact that Rashbi, Rabbi Shimon was a great Tana, one of the greatest Tanaim. So it doesn't mean you're allowed to pray to Rabbi Shimon Yochai. So according to Halacha, you may only pray towards the one God and directly to the one God. So you're not allowed to pray to any other persons. Harambam writes in Ilchot Tefillah, Perek Zayin, Halacha He, V'chol zeman she'yikanes adam levet hakiseh, anytime a person enters a restroom, Omer kodem she'yikanes, before he enters the restroom, he says as follows, Hitkabedu mechubadim, O you who have great honor, should honor yourselves, referring to the malachim, right? Because the pasuk says, Ki malacha v'yesavel lach lishmolcha bechol derachecha. So, and Harambam writes about this in the Moreh, that every individual has malachim that protect him. So God appoints malachim, and those malachim are there to protect you. So here, before you enter the bathroom, you're telling the malachim, wait outside. This is not a place for creatures of your great stature, right? Because a bathroom, of course, is a place of tumah. Kedoshim mesharete elyon, O you holy creatures who serve the Almighty. Shimruni, Shimruni, protect me. Ad she'ekanes ve'eseh, because I'm now going to enter and then I'm going to leave. Ki zeh darkan shel bnei adam. This is the way human beings are. So the question is, when it says Shimruni, Shimruni, isn't that a prayer to the malachim? It certainly appears so, but it's not. Because in English you have verbs that are continual present verbs. For example, Johnny is running, right? So we say Johnny is running. He's continually running in the present, right? So for example, in the Birkat HaLevana, we say, Kashem she'anachnu merakedim kenegdich ve'enachnu yicholim ligabich. I know there's people who jump up and down at that very moment, because we're saying Kashem she'anachnu merakedim kenegdich. So how can you say Kashem she'anachnu merakedim kenegdich and not be dancing in front of the moon? So my father, alav hashalom, explained to me that it's a continual present, meaning this is what we do. We habitually dance. By merakedim, of course, we don't mean literally dancing. We mean walking and motion. So we continually have motion. We move under the moon. So we say Kashem she'anachnu merakedim kenegdich. Right? So that's a statement, that's a description, right? We're not praying to the moon. We're speaking to the moon, right? And we're saying, for example, I can speak to my friend. I don't pray to my friend. But we're saying, Kashem she'anachnu merakedim kenegdich, the same way that we are in a state of continual motion, right? Under the moon. So that's a present progressive, I believe that's a correct term in English, which comes to designate a continual motion. Here when we say Shimruni, Shimruni, what we're telling the malachim is, God already appointed the malachim to protect us. Adonai yishmor setecha u'boecha me'ata ve'ad olam, through the malachim. Same word. Ki malachav yisabelach lishmorcha b'chol derachecha. Right, that's the word, lishmor. So we're telling the malachim, continue doing what you're doing, right? Right? This is a continual presence. Shimruni, shimruni, meaning you will continue guarding me as you always guard me, right? Right. So the fact that I'm withdrawing to this impure place is not a reason for you not to continue guarding me as God has appointed you to guard me. Continue doing what you do. So Shimruni, Shimruni is saying you will continue doing what it is that you do, which is you're guarding me, right? So I wanted to explain what the meaning of this statement is. It's not a tefillah, it's a statement, similar to the statement that we make to the Levana. Here we're saying in the presence of the Malachim. Of course, we would never say Malach, Hamalach Gabriel, please answer my prayer. Right? We don't direct prayers to Malachim, but we can make statements to Malachim, and that's important. The difference between a statement, which is descriptive in this case, and an actual tefillah, which is what I heard in the case of that rabbi who entered Meron. He literally prayed to Rashbi, and he prayed to Rashbi using the name Rashbi and saying, Rashbi, your people are suffering. I mean, that was mamash a tefillah, and that was mamash avodah zarah. So sometimes in halakha, the differences between avodah zarah and non-avodah zarah, or the differences between what's allowed and what's not allowed, are very subtle differences, right? You see a piece of meat. It could be terefa, it could be isur deoraita, a very subtle difference. One had a sircha, and then you have a piece of meat which is mutar. But they look exactly the same. They look exactly the same. But a slight difference. One is isur deoraita, he would get malkut, be'edim ve'hatara, and the other is mutar lechalutin. It's always like that, right? Sometimes a man can't be with his wife. Very subtle difference. Almost indiscernible difference, right? One is Isur Karet, and one is not Isur Karet. So here also you have to be very careful. Right? Not everything is Avodah Zarah. A statement to the presence of the moon, treating the moon as if it's some sort of animate object, is not Avodah Zarah. The same way if I say good morning to my friend or Shalom Aleichem to my friend, that's not a tefillah. That's not paying homage, right? Right. So when we say to the Malachim, continue doing what you do, that's just an acknowledgement of the role of the Malachim in our lives. It's not a tefillah, right? That's very important to understand. Subtle differences in law make all the difference.